An eccentric philosophy professor gives a one-question final exam at the end of the semester. The students take their seats, ready and nervous, as the professor lifts a chair, places it on his desk, and writes on the board, "Using everything we've learned this semester, prove that this chair does not exist." Immediately, pens fly and notebooks fill with frantic scribbles. Students race to dismantle the chair's existence using logic, metaphysics, and every theory they've studied. But one student finishes in less than a minute. Calmly, he stands, turns in his paper, and walks out. The rest of the class watches in disbelief, unsure whether he's brilliant or doomed. Weeks later, when grades are posted, the entire class is stunned. The quick student earned an A. Curious? They crowd around to see what he wrote. His entire answer consisted of just 2 words. What chair? A mother takes her young daughter to the zoo for the day. The daughter goes to the hippo enclosure and notices them humping. Wide-eyed, she runs back to her mom and asks, "Mommy, what are they doing?" The mom, caught off guard, quickly says, they're making cakes, sweetheart." Later at the elephant enclosure, the same thing happens. The girl points excitedly and says, "Mommy, are they making cakes too?" "Yes, dear," the mom sighs. "They're making cakes too." The next morning, the little girl rushes downstairs and joins her parents at the breakfast table. With a curious look, she asks, "Mommy, were you making cakes with Daddy last night?" The mom freezes, her face turning red. After a long pause, she stammers, Yes, I suppose we were." "Why do you ask?" The daughter grins innocently and says, "I thought so." The cat's upstairs licking the icing off the bed sheets. A married couple is cruising down the interstate at 55 miles per hour, the husband behind the wheel. Suddenly, his wife looks over and says, "Honey, I know we've been married for 15 years, but I want a divorce." The husband stays silent but presses the accelerator slightly, now 60 miles per hour. "I don't want you trying to talk me out of it," she continues. "I've been having an affair with your best friend, and he's a better lover than you." Still, the husband says nothing, just tightens his grip on the wheel and speeds up to 70 miles per hour. "I want the house," she adds. The speedometer climbs to 80. "I want the kids too." He keeps driving, jaw clenched, eyes fixed on the road. "I want the car, the checking account, and all the credit cards," she says smugly. The car now hits 90 miles per hour, swerving slightly toward a bridge overpass. Finally, she snaps, "Is there anything you want?" The husband gives a thin smile and says calmly, "No, I've got everything I need." She frowns. "Oh yeah? And what's that?" He glances at her, right before veering off the road and says, "The airbag." A couple is on their first date, and after dinner, they decide to go back to his place. As they reach the door, before he can even pull out his keys, the woman says playfully, "You know, I can always tell if a guy and I are compatible just by how he opens the door." He raises an eyebrow. "Oh, really? How's that?" "Well," she explains, "if he just barges in and kicks the door open, it means he's selfish, and that's a big turnoff. If he fumbles and drops the keys, it means he's inexperienced. Not what I'm looking for either." She smiles coyly and adds, "So, how do you open the door?" "Well," says the guy, "I'll just lick the lock first if you don't mind."